Hi there, this is Behan from Flaherty.com, and today we're going to be talking to you about how to choose the right builder for you. How to find the builder that's going to give you the end result that you're after. You need to determine, first of all, why you're building the home. If you're going to build a home and sell it straight away, you may not need to focus on quality. You might not need to spend the money on a quality builder because you're going to sell it straight away. On the other side of that is you might build a home that you want to live in for the rest of your life, and quality is really important because you want your house looking fresh and brand new in 5, 10, 15 years time. So it really is the key to finding the right builder. If you get the wrong builder for you, you're going to have a terrible experience and hate building. If you find the right builder for you, you're going to sing the praises and want to do it again, because building is a fantastic adventure and I highly recommend it. So, how do you determine which builder is the right builder for you? Well, I've done this pyramid for you, and there's 5 different builders of major builders in Perth, 5 different types of builder that I think you can recognize. At the bottom of this pyramid, you'll find the cheaper builders. These builders make their profits on volume. They have to build a lot of homes. Some of these builders will build 100 to 120 homes a month. Mass volume, but they have to have minimum staff. It's all about having low-cost staff, minimum staff. Like, for example, the person building your home might be looking after 35 to 50 homes at any one time. Extreme cases, 80 homes at any one time, and their job is to just make sure that it's moving forward and it's not so much a focus on quality. They have to, because they have to keep the costs down. As you move further up the pyramid, you'll find it'll be less jobs but more expensive price tag. The second rung there, they generally do a lot of homes. They build bigger homes, cheaper, very basic. You can make very few changes to them, and they're done at very low cost. In this area here, it really is big and basic. That's the ticket to it, and it's very much a focus on being cheap. As you move to the third rung, things change. They generally take on a lot less jobs, be more of a focus on quality and attention to detail. You do pay a little bit more for it, but at the end of the day, the end result should look fantastic for years to come. And that's their focus. They really want to take on a moderate amount of houses at one time, but the people who are actually going to be building the home, they might be looking after 1 or 2 in extreme cases, but mainly they'll be looking after about 10 to 20 homes at any one time. Much more manageable, much more of a focus on making sure all the trades are doing their job properly. But again, you do pay a bit more for this. As you go to the 4th rung there, you find cheap 2-stories. These guys are the ones that will be building cheap 2-stories on a budget, but because it's 2-story, it's a bit more complicated, and they'll have to build less homes just to make sure everything's done properly. And at the top tier, which is the most expensive, 500,000 up to 2 million plus, they'll be looking after very few jobs, very much attention to detail, but these will be more tricky jobs, and you do pay a lot more for this kind of builder. But again, if you're in that sort of price range, you probably need to. So this gives you a bit of a scale. On the right-hand side there, I've given you a bit of a price breakdown to give you an indication of where you're sitting in with a builder, so you can sort of recognize, if you talk to a builder, what's the price of this home, and they say it's 190,000, you're probably in the bottom rung. If they're saying to you it's 320,000, you're probably in that middle rung. It really depends on the builder to give you an idea. One big difference that we find from a lot of people is they come to us and say, oh, we're looking at you and this other builder, and this other builder's 20 grand cheaper. Well, that's because you're looking at a builder from 2 different rungs on this pyramid. One might be more of a focus on quality, but the other one's more of a focus on volume. And then if you're comparing the 2, you're going to get 2 completely different outcomes. And unfortunately, you're not going to know that outcome until you get the keys to the home, and it's all too late. So really focus, do your research. I highly advise you to visit productreview.com.au. That's productreview.com.au. I've got a link down below, and that will allow you to type in the builder that you may be looking at, and that will give you a review of what other people's experience. These are real life people's experiences that have been with that builder. On top of that, they'll also rate it as star rating. Have a look at that. But I encourage you to look further than just the star rating, but to actually go further than that and actually read people's comments. If you see lots of glowing ones, it might be the builder writing it themselves. But if you see a bit of a mixture, some real stories about how people have had issues but they've been overcome and so forth, that's really the focus that you're looking for. Now, in saying that though, the biggest thing you want from a builder, of all other things, is you are going to have problems building, and there's no two ways about that. It's going to happen. Some of them might be really small, some might be a little bit bigger. But what you're looking for is how well the builder deals with those problems. The reason why I do these videos is to help people build homes. They're going to be spending hundreds of thousands building a home. Nothing upsets me more when they make little mistakes that they just weren't aware of. I find there's not really that much information on YouTube or on the web and that to help people get a really good home. So I'm just giving you tips and guides to make it best for you. If you get your own ideas of how to find a builder, please leave comments below about how you recommend other people can find a builder, or if you've got any comments on what I've said today, if it makes sense to you, please leave a comment down below. Subscribe. I'm going to bring out a video every single month to help you with different tips and ideas of how to build a great home for you. Please have a look at those. They're definitely going to help you if you subscribe down below, or visit my website at Flaherty.com. I've got lots of blogs, lots of information there, all about building to help you build the best possible home. Look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.